one. Right, let's see if I can squeak in one more. And you're playing Sigma, Zarya, and Diva. And this is a 3700 game.
Traveling to Numbani. Ready for battle.
Okay, so you start with Zarya. I'll be honest, like, two things to say real quick. Because you're playing so many heroes, I will not go so deep into how each hero is played, and because you are 3.7 as well, and we'll try to look for problems, right? But also, I don't like this. On defense, maybe you can get away with it, but I feel like Diva and Monkey are a lot better on this map, and you need to have at least one of them just to be able to contest the high grounds a lot easier. Anywho, let's look for a problem to fix. Spamming, waiting for the enemy. That's fine. That's not a good bubble. Like, maybe she takes a little damage, but your Pharah is not in any danger, and she's not going aggressive or anything, so that's just not a good bubble. Then you self-bubble because we're in the line of fire. I'm okay with this self-bubble. But basically you wasted the ally bubble. Playing Diva is okay. Your Ryan doesn't need this bubble either. Like, he's not physically going to catch this echo, and it's only the echo on the point. So I feel like I can't really tell your bubbles are gonna be a problem. Like, your friendly bubbles are just doing nothing right now. Your personal bubbles may get you some value, but at least some charge, but it's difficult to go aggressive with Zarya on this map because, you know, high ground. And they're not pushing the high ground. Why you to drop? Let's just say that was an accident since you get right back up. I'm okay with that one. You just cleanse the fire. It wasn't really needed. You got Bab healing her, but I'm okay with that one. Let's say okay. Does it get value? No, again, it doesn't really get any value, but it cleanses the fire, and that's about it. Maybe you just reacted thinking that your Tracer may die to the fire, which is, no, would have been a problem. You self-bubble again because sticky. So again, you are using your self-bubble for charge, which is okay. You don't have like an Ana you've got to protect, and it's okay. Do you think this bubble is good? This bubble is actually pretty solid. Like, your brick is going aggressive. You are shielding the bubble, shielding the brick while she goes aggressive. She does get booped back, but it's like, she doesn't take a lot of damage, but she's not gonna get killed by going aggressive. So it's okay. Is it ideal? No, it's not ideal. Like, ideally, you would just go for your Rhine maybe when he's going aggressive. Brick doesn't do enough damage to justify it, unless she's about to die. But that wasn't bad. That had a purpose, right? Unlike the other ones. It wasn't great, but at least your Brick was going aggressive. She was doing something when you bubbled her. The other ones just were doing nothing. And I think that may just be your problem with Zarya. This is a good bubble, right? You block the pile drive, you protect your Baptiste, so your personal bubbles are okay. Your ally bubbles are the problem. Like, even here I'm like, was this necessary? Maybe you could argue you're trying to protect from the stickies, but not all of those stickies would have hit this Pharah. They just look like they all hit because of the bubble. Like, 1, 2, 3 stickies. Like, those two would probably not have hit Pharah. So yeah. Maybe 3 stickies. Maybe you could argue it's okay, but I don't like it personally. Spamming damage, that's okay. Are you playing with your Pharah? It looks like you're very much trying to follow your Pharah and bubble her a lot. Which is okay if your Pharah is going aggressive. Like, if your Pharah is going aggressive, yeah, bubble, she can do a lot of damage. But when your Pharah is just spamming from here, she doesn't need the bubble. Self-bubble is okay. Another ally bubble that is like, what? what's the point of this bubble? So we've already seen something. You are just wasting your ally bubbles. Your personal bubbles are okay. Your aim is solid, like your positioning is solid. You fell down one time, which is okay, and here you're just going aggressive. But like you probably know that you could be getting a lot more value if you had high charge. Did you actually go over 60 charge at any point during this whole defense? Like that bubble, you're just using it because the fight is over anyway, right? So I'm okay with that one. You're just using it in charge. I think this is the first time your charge goes above 60 in this entire review. And you should have rotated back to the high ground as well. Because you are just very exposed over here. Bad bubble, good bubble. Barrage going aggressive, good bubble. Self bubble for that, that's good. Kill helping the echo, that's good. So I think the biggest thing is that you are just not getting value out of your ally bubbles a lot of the time. Take the high ground again, you got grab chew. You self bubble for energy, which I'm okay with. They're probably not gonna push right away. You take fire damage. No reason to bubble your Rhine there. Mine's behind you, so you self bubble. You don't actually self bubble, you just go for it, which I'm okay with. You don't need to self bubble. I thought you had, but you don't. You just right click. I don't love this bubble. Mostly because they are not really shooting at you with a lot of damage. You already got enough. This is the one time where I'm like, with the previous bubbles, yeah, you were not going aggressive, but you were getting charged. In this case, you don't need charge. Yeah, you just right click and go away. You don't need the charge, you're already at 80, so like, there is no point to this bubble. And if you have to go aggressive, now you don't have the bubble. Hi, Vivri. Did I spell your name? Hold on, did I spell your name correctly? Vivri. I did. It's just your Twitch name is different, so I was confused. Thus far, what we've seen is you need to work on your bubbles, especially ally bubbles. This person bubble, I don't like it. You already have charge, so you don't need to use it for charge. Just taking a Twitch, unlucky. It's like, you don't need it. You get like 20 charge at most, but now if you've got to go aggressive, you don't have it. And oh, you get boop forward, which is... If you had your personal... okay, yes. That was very well timed. If you had your person bubble, getting out would be easier. Like, right now, you probably are gonna have a much harder time getting out. Between Bob and everything else. Yeah. Oh, the grab got eaten. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I did not see the D.Va. And I think you did the right thing by grabbing the wall. I think she just got it. I don't think she tried to eat it, but if she did, that's just really good. Anywho, yeah, you could have probably gotten away with your personal bubble if you had it here. Which you didn't because you used it for charge. So again, thus far, your friendly bubbles have not been great. Your personal bubbles have been okay, except for that last one when you did not really need the energy. And could have saved it. Matrixing heal from Bab? Yeah, probably. I don't think she meant to hit it. That's just unfortunate, but... okay, you got cut out in the open here, and you've got a Roadhog now. I didn't realize that. I thought you still had a Reinhardt. You got cut out in the open. You chase the D.Va. And you... Like, I get it, you want to kill the D.Va. Maybe you should have gone out this way. Rather than that way after she bombed, but... Not a lot I can tell you there, you just die, yeah. And your Roadhog gets picked, so... I get it, I would have done the same thing, honestly. Now you're going Sigma. So, with Zarya, since we've looked at some Zarya gameplay, it's mostly just about ally bubbles. You are not getting enough value out of them. Sometimes you're not even getting charge out of them. Mostly because you are using them whenever, like, it happened a lot that your Pharah took a little damage, and you're like, I need to bubble my Pharah. And Pharah's like, I'm in a safe position. I'm not gonna take any more damage. So it's like wasted bubble. Or your Vine is like dropping at point, but there's no one on the point. Or one person, like one squishy on the point. So he's not really going aggressive, he's just standing there. Take your shield down, you don't need to leave it this long. You're playing okay though, like cover, damage from long range. This is a little aggressive. Good rock though. Okay, and we push forward the Roadhog and take the corner, this is fine. Feel like this is okay. You're using your shield a little too much to just block damage, which you don't need to do if you're full health. But overall I feel like your PAP gameplay, your Sigma gameplay is pretty good. Unlucky, the Diva's good. Like, yeah, you use your shield to block a lot of random damage at the beginning when you were full health. And now you're probably gonna need it to get away from Dove, and you're not gonna have it. You have to use your grasp, and like your shield is very low. You get stunned. Maybe you managed to clean some mines, but it's like you just didn't have it when you needed it. You managed to get away anyway, which is pretty impressive, but your team just died to the mines. Which is not entirely your fault, but you could have helped clear them if you had your shield. And again, I don't think you were here, but I'll repeat it. I'm just looking at like one thing to fix on each character since you played 3 different characters. On Zarya, it will be ally bubbles for now. Move left to make sure Bob doesn't get backline. That's okay, like, it's not a matter of where you went. I think your position was good. I think it's just a matter of you just wasted your shield earlier and you did not have it when, you know, we need to clear mines. Or just shield your team. It's okay, you're just trying to stall. Oh, okay, I hate this. I was gonna say, just trying to stall the point, using your shield, using your sack. Maybe you can get like 10 more seconds out of this. But I hate this. Just... You're gonna die. I don't need to tell you this. You know you're gonna die here. You're low on HP, you're in the middle of the enemy team, your shield is behind you because you used it to move forward and block some random damage. Like, I will say this, imagine if you had your shield here, right? If you could just put your shield here while you flex. Would it still be a good play? I think you would still die, but you're more likely to survive. And what did you block with your shield? Nothing. 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 Quite literally nothing, in fact. No damage. So I think you are just very eagerly using your shield to block damage when it's a lot better. I know you're low. I get that. But it's like no one is looking at you. And you're gonna touch the point anyway. It's a lot better to have the shield on the point than while you do this. I know that you're very low, but I'm just saying the shield itself wasn't good. Because it just blocks no damage here. It's just in a bad position, and you're not using it to get closer, which, again, using your shield for rotations is good. That's how Sigma works. You use your shield to move away or closer to the enemy as you need. But you just, like, if you had pushed it a little bit further forward, I would have been fine with that. But the fact that you will have to go out of your shield to contest the payload is a big problem. It just blocks nothing. Like, the shield is in a position where it will not actually block any damage for you. Even though you're low, yes, of course you're low, right? That's okay. Using your shield to survive is okay, but you're just not gonna be able to contest the payload with your shield. If it were just a little bit further forward, it would have been fine. That's my point. Because you can contest and stay behind your shield. Or if you had, like, taken it down before using rogue, so you can put it back up here when you need it. You're just leaving it up for too long, taking too much meaningless damage, or no damage. Because again, if you had shield here, I haven't seen you die, but I know you're gonna die. Like, they have 5 people looking at you. If you don't die, I'll be very surprised. I'll just put it that way. Especially at 3.7. It's like, okay, you are just contesting the payload, you go for the flags. Maybe if you had your shield, you could have backed out into the shield, or no. I am like 90% sure you would have died anyway, but let's say it raises your chances of surviving and getting the flags out from like 1% to 5%. Is it very big? No. But 5% is a lot more likely than 1%. Just by putting your shield a little bit further forward. So rather than going up, you can just maybe try to go back behind your shield. Yeah, you just die. Your hog touches though. Well, everyone's gonna die to the Hydro now, huh? Yeah. So again, I don't think you are wasting your shield by using it to move. You just didn't put it where you need it to go, right? If you're pushing forward, your shield needs to be blocking damage for you to get there in the first place. At too long to read, I think you're just using your shield. Not wrong, but very early. That's the whole takeaway. You're using it to block damage and move positions and whatnot, but a lot of the time you're just like, I'm gonna put my shield out there and then start moving. No, just start moving, put your shield out when you have to. If you have to even. That shield was unnecessary, for example. This blocked like 10 damage. This shield is unnecessary. Hi, Carson. Apparently there was a patch and a wipe. So I'm like, at some point I may just get kicked out of the game and the game will be like, hey, you need to restart. Remember when I just said that this shield is unnecessary, right? This shield, it's just not blocking anything. There was just a patch. You had a bot? Unfortunate. It's probably not gonna work anyway. At this point, you will have to find a new one. This shield that you put here. If you try to block the dynamite, then I kinda get it. Like blocking the dynamite would have been good. You just didn't. If you just put it to block damage, then I don't like it. Because this shield is not really blocking a lot of damage for you. People are shooting this way, right? Maybe the McCree, but McCree can just take a step and you are losing your shield. It's like, just hide behind the payload or behind the corner like you were earlier and don't rely on your shield this much. You are just relying on your shield a lot. You can stop the bomb with the rock, by the way. Yeah, you can do that. You just miss it. I think you just miss it, right? Do you hit payload? You hit the payload, not the thing. No, I think the bomb, the rock can stop the bomb. Can it not? I think you just miss it. And then you just die. Oh, Baptiste tried. Are you sure? Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it does. But I'm not sure. I don't want to leave this game in case it forces me to restart. But we can test it out after and see if it actually does. Go Wrecking Ball to come back. Go Wrecking Ball to come back to the point. You will not get there in time. Yeah. Too long to read. Like, again, I wanted to look at each hero a little bit and give you a couple pointers. That would have to be, I think it hit the payload. Hold on. I'll go back and look again because I'm just gonna look it, but I think the rock actually hit the payload, not the Diva Bomb. Because you need to hit things directly with the rock to stop them. No, I think it hits the payload, not the Diva Bomb. Right? I think it hits the payload, not the Diva Bomb. Because you got to hit directly for the CC to actually happen. The Diva Bomb may get hit by the splash damage, but Diva Bomb doesn't have health. But I think the rock itself hit the payload. Anywho, forget about that. That's a scenario we'll try out after this. I think you're just using your shield a little early. Remember, the Sigma is not a shield hero like Ryan or Risa. You don't need to have your shield uptime very high. You just basically focus on, well, I do damage, and I shield when I take damage, or when to block a cooldown, or to rotate, of course. That's a decent bubble. Like, ideally, you would not have had to use this bubble, but look at her health. Look at her health. So that's okay. You basically saved her life. Personal bubble for damage. That's okay. Your hog doesn't. He's got heal, right? Usually, if you're playing Zarya hog, let the hog heal first. Sig is semi-broken. Sig is definitely very good. Yeah. Let the Roadhog heal first, and then you bubble him after. You don't want to stack the cooldowns mostly, because heal actually heals him as well as blocking damage. It is better to have it back earlier than your bubble. So it's like you just let him heal, then bubble him if asked you. He's gonna heal anyway, right? That's the point. Like, he's just gonna heal. Is he gonna heal anyway? He doesn't heal anyway. But it's like you just let him heal, then you bubble if you need it. Good stun from break. You missed the right click, but it's okay. Oh, don't wake up the sleeping Hammond though. You woke up the sleeping Hammond. This is still okay though. And again, personal preference, I like D.Va a lot more just to be able to contest the high grounds. On this map, on this point, specifically. You get that though? Like, at this point, this high ground is your high ground though. Like, something you've done correctly is you've taken this high ground. It will be very difficult. Yeah, like I said, I like D.Va way more. It will be pretty difficult to chase you off this high ground though, right? You can buy this safe space for your Ana and for your break, and that's okay. Like, you've got the right idea. Yeah, if you got Zarya Ana, would be really good. Ash, Kree, Mercy, and enemy team. Also that, yeah, like I said, one of the reasons I don't like Zarya is that you don't have the mobility. Even if you take the high ground, which this is your high ground, right? This is yours. But how are you gonna contest people all the way over here? If this is your area, you don't really have a way to contest this D.Va, or this Ana, or this Ash, or this McCree. So, I think you are doing the right thing for Zarya, which is contesting this high ground, but you usually have a monkey to go with this rather than Roadhog who can just dive. Anywho, you are playing Zarya, you're not playing anything else, so let's look at this. Bubble is probably unnecessary. Brick had their shield up and everything. She had taken no damage either. You got a Ryan now, which you can try to force point. Like, you're clicking the words. Right clicking the enemy team here is fine. You're just trying to get value out of your ultimate. I'm not sure you keep bubbling your brick while her shield is up. If she had taken damage before or her shield was broken, I would be okay with it, but she's not. Maybe the D.Va a little bit is okay. Are you gonna drop the contest? No, you're just... That's a good block on the pile drive, and now he should be dead. How much are you coming? That's a great question. You hide because anti. How much are you talking to your team is the question. Communicating with your team, with the bubbles and all. Good block. Like, you actually blocked the high noon there. I think you were just off to block it for the Rhine too, but that was a good block for the high noon. Pretty cool too, like, not even... Cool guys don't look at explosions. Cool guys do not look at explosions. Pops a bubble, kills a Rhine. Unfortunate, but really good job. People are not embarrassed. Okay, that's unfortunate, but it's still okay. Like, we've identified a couple things you can do that will help your gameplay a little bit, even if you're not coming as much. Mostly just be looking for your team. And yeah, I've said... Oh man, I'm stuttering today a lot. I've said you haven't really used your ally bubbles greatly. That does come with comms. Like, it is a lot easier to use your friendly bubble if Ryan is just like, I'm going swinging, and you just give him the bubble. Or if Farah goes, I'm going aggressive, just give her the bubble, right? It is a lot easier to coordinate your bubbles when you can do that. But you've got to be able to read their movement a little bit and be like, okay, my Farah is backing out. She doesn't need the bubble unless she's about to die. Get out, by the way. Just get out. Okay, you die. It's fine. It's taking you like 2 minutes to build a graph, which is really telling of how much you are unable to do damage with the Zarya unless you can get up close. Your reckless have been fine, like Tracer just won this game. This point at least. You bubble run way too early. Like, I think you bubble run for the mines, but they were not even active yet. Way too early. 1, 2, bubble goes away, and the mines are active now. And you use your personal to get out of it. But that's about it. And they just die, and probably have to regroup. Waiting for your team is okay. You could farm this, by the way, for some little charge. But if you go and get it, then you'll have your bubble back by the time you go forward. It's not a big deal, though. It's only like 10 charge, maybe 15. No need to bubble your Rhine. And again, this is the second time you've done this. I know, fire, it does damage, right? And Ash Dynamite does good damage. But your Rhine is full HP and he's just not gonna die. He's got to shield up. This is just wasting a bubble, basically. Because your Rhine cannot do anything with it. And no one's really shooting at him because he's got his shield up. And you get no charge. So it's like, well, maybe you could have cleaned someone else, which I would have been more okay with. Or just save your bubble, because no one's gonna die while your Baptiste and your Brigitte are healing. At least not from the fire. Well, you know. Not from the fire, she gets slammed by the Wrecking Ball, does 100 damage and immediately kills her. Great timing, comedic timing, you know. It's not the fire that kills her though, right? It's the pile drive for 100 damage. She does go to 100 and 96, then suddenly 5 and she's dead. 91 damage from the pile drive. So, again, and you could have saved there if you had bubbled her, maybe, but also just you wasted bubble and Rhine anyway. Good bubble to block that, but it's like, yeah, we just lose this. Die and regroup, yeah. That's okay. We got one more. You're the Widow now. Widow's a weird pick. Unless she can just pick people off, she's gonna get very pressured. And you go under. I like this. Like, this is probably the best you can do with your team. Pressure the point with the Rhine Shield. And that's about it with the team you got. Like, you've got a lot of brawl core. And then a sniper and a flanker. So you can pressure the point. Your Tracer's dead, which is unfortunate. That bubble is okay. It's not great. Maybe she does Adderall and never miss. There are some widows like that just have them. The first fight is like 5 kills, and then they do nothing. Or they just kill everything anyway. So this bubble, I'm like, how much did you need this bubble? I think it's okay. I don't think it's great, because your Rhine is not really going aggressive, but at least it's gonna get you some charge. Also, your Rhine is shielding. Pressure the Wrecking Ball out, which is okay. I like this grab. I'm okay. I'll take it back. I don't love this grab. I'm okay with this grab though. Get the Diva, get the McCree. It's okay. Also, Rally's pretty good. We get 1 kill, which means we are even. Here you could just bubble someone. Yep, that's okay. I'm okay with that one because mines. I'm sorry, what? Okay. 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 That was... I just look at the kill feed after looking at you for 1 second and saw this. That's freaking... She went from 0 to 100 to 0 to 100. Did you try increasing your bitrate? It's at 3000 right now. But it may just be my internet not being great today. But it should be at 3000. At 3000 right now. Which I can see it does fluctuate between 3000 and 3600, more or less. So it's consistent at 3000. Anywho, this video goes from 0 to headshot to missing the grapple to headshot. You're losing frames here and there. You're getting a better internet. That's really good. My internet is okay. But it has hiccups every now and then. And yeah, I can see that it's skipping frames every now and then. Fiber, sweet. And yeah, the big thing with Zarya is you just need to get more value out of your ally bubbles. A lot of them you're bubbling people, and yeah, this will be easier if you're in comms. But it doesn't have to be comms, you can just read their language by movement. Can't tell if Kovacs Kevin are cheating. I don't think that's cheating, by the way. The way they shoot doesn't look like cheating.
Fire at will. 10 seconds remaining.
Doesn't look like cheating. Then they go for the McCree, they get a headshot but did not charge it enough. I think that's just a good shot, doesn't look like cheating. Then they miss that, which is very weird. Then they get this headshot, which is a really good one. And then they kill the Ashe as well. Okay, well, yeah. Sometimes I just say shit? Okay. Well, Karset, don't say shit. No, she's not shitting though. But yeah, I think we've identified the biggest thing with Zarya, which is your ally bubbles are not always getting value or even charge. Your Widow did carry that fight though, like she literally got 4 kills. You're just waiting because of payload, yeah. You got Diva now. So this is just weird. We've turned from like a brawly team into just half dive, half brawl. With 1 sniper. Someone behind you, you bubble for no reason. Like that bubble was okay, but you should have waited a little bit. You do get volley block, which is unfortunate. It's like, yeah, at this point, don't try to get back inside, just get out. Okay, Baptiste saves you, so great from your Baptiste. You know what this feels like, Karsu? This feels like a Widow main who was trying other heroes and went, you know what, I don't want to lose this, I'm just gonna go on Widow. Or maybe they just had a really good streak. Good bubble on your Bob. He's doing damage, he's very vulnerable too. Decent personal. Like now they're just hitting every shot. So it's like... Good bubble. Widow is aggressive position. She's being even. Good bubble. You help your Widow, you didn't make the Diva. That's the kind of bubble you should be looking for. That said, this Widow is cracked.
You're covered.
Again, doesn't feel like cheating, but yeah.
Amazing. 60 seconds. Enemy in my sights.
Okay. One thing I want to see is your Diva, because we've seen your Sigma. I think with your Sigma, you're just using your shield too eagerly, and it's taking a lot of damage, and you're not really able to reposition it as well as you would like to. With Zarya, your ally bows are not always getting value, which they don't need to always get value, but the more they get value, the better it is. This is a lost fight, by the way. Random bubble is okay. You're probably dead though. Like, this team fight is lost, yeah. Next point, okay, we'll look at it. Just, yeah, I assume you cap and we go to over rounds. That's a really good grab. I really like this grab. Diva, use Matrix, it's going away on the left. So you just throw it to the people on the right. This is a really good grab, I love it. Should be a fight win actually. Like, we just kill these people. Yeah, we just win this. Just clean up at this point. Good grab. That's all I can tell you. The enemy team has a Widow now. Yeah, but they are not F90. Okay, and good cleanup. We just win. And yeah, I feel like your Zarya gameplay is actually pretty good outside of those small bubbles. Small bubble errors. By the way, I keep getting notifications that like you drop like 20% frames for 1 second. And I'm like, it says I've dropped 0.1% over the entire stream. Maybe just hiccuping every now and then for like 1 second. Oh, you play Zarya on attack. It's not Diva, but it's okay. Not a good personal bubble. You hear the steps, right? You're in a good position, Tab. The attack is long, okay. Like, not a good personal. I went back to see what do you even bubble.
30 seconds remaining.
Where does your bubble go? 30 seconds of drop frames? That's weird.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, you use it on Diva. I don't know how I missed it. I missed it because you turned around at the same moment. So I was like, did you bubble behind you? No, you just use it on Diva. So how good is this bubble? It's okay. Like, again, we come down to the same problem of your Diva is not really going aggressive. She's just standing on the point. Right? And you get a little bit of charge. It's not great, though. Because your Diva doesn't really do anything with this bubble. And that's the problem I keep coming back to with your Zarya. Your bubbles are not really getting enough value by just... They're not even getting a lot of charge. Which may be a problem with the Diva poking from 2 miles away. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the other people. Your Diva, like, if your Diva boosted at the Ashe and you bubbled her to block the coach cam, that would have been really, really good. Decent build for the breaking ball. You're on point though, you should be looking for cover. Your single payload is okay, not ideal, but okay. Random bubble on Brigitte. probably just out of panic. And yeah, we just lose this, right? Good kill, but we should probably still lose this. Yeah. We are just gonna, yeah. And again, like, because it's two different heroes, I'm just trying to identify one quote-unquote major thing that you could work on. In this case with Zarya, is just getting value out of your bubbles. Especially the friendly bubble. What's happening a lot is you bubble someone, and rather than going aggressive, they're going back or not going aggressive. So it's like, well, yeah, even if I get like 20 charge, they did nothing with that bubble. And with Sigma, it's just a shield thing. Like, remember, your shield is your shield. And now we're playing D.Va. Your shield is your shield. It's not the team shield. You're not Orisa. You're not Reinhardt. You're Sigma. You use it for yourself. You're a selfish bastard. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, you got a thrower. Oh, that's such a pain, because now you've got a comp that can actually win this. This is a really good comp. Well, Ryan is not ideal, but with Ryan holding the high ground, you can hold the low ground and go back up and down and back and up. And you got long range heroes too, like Hanzo and Soldier. And you got Ana and Bab too, it's like... Watch. You could contest this D.Va. Okay, you contested D.Va. This is good. You're basically eating Echo and D.Va and Mercy. Okay, your Hanzo also dies. Is he throwing? Or did he just get unlucky? It feels like your Hanzo just got unlucky and got headshot. Yeah, he got double tapped. Oh! Look at that! Okay, let's go back to you. Contest the point, which is fine. McCree's a kill. McCree's a free kill. Good job. Good kill on McCree. Good image on the D.Va. Yorana is dead, which is unfortunate. Yeah. We saw that. That's why I'm saying you got a thrower. Soldier 76 jumped off a map twice now. You could have actually won this fight. Yeah, Yorana and your Baptiste are dead now, and this is just the last fight. But if your Soldier wasn't throwing, you could have won this fight. Your Soldier is just throwing, and you're actually doing pretty good on D.Va. You're contesting the high ground, then contesting the Wrecking Ball. Then you helped your Reinhardt. You could have built for your Yorana when she died. Other than that, and the event was just a tiny bit late. Other than that though, like, you did everything pretty much really good. Off the map esports. Okay. No, this is just us. You can't win this without supports, unfortunately. Good attempt at lying, but yeah, you're just gonna lose. Yep. Okay. Still throwing, by the way. That's still throwing, by the way. It may not look like it because he's now shooting, but he is standing still. At the very least, he is just standing still. Quite literally standing still. And the only reason he hasn't died yet is because your Ana is pumping him full of every healing she's got. And then he gets untied and dies. This is our stuff, right? Yeah. I'll be honest, your D.Va play was actually pretty good. Your D.Va gameplay, you did everything pretty okay. Contest the D.Va. Contest the Echo. Come back to help your Reinhardt. Kill the McCree. Peel for the Ana is the only one thing you could have done that you didn't, but also the emo was slightly late. I feel like your D.Va was great. I don't have any big pointers on D.Va. Mostly because you only played D.Va for like 1 minute, but also you had a thrower. So it's like, anything I can say will definitely be influenced by the fact that the enemy team, they just is playing 6v5. Right? Anywho, I'm gonna end it there, because any other new code got wiped. But, yeah, like on Zarya, bubbles, like ally, most importantly. Ally. You need to get value out of it, and again, it comes down to learning what your team is doing by just looking at them. If your Pharah is here, even if she takes a little bit of damage, she's not going to die unless they push her. If your Reinhardt is dropping, but there's literally no one on the point, you don't have to bubble him. If your Reinhardt is just standing here, you don't have to bubble him. Try to save your bubbles for when someone your team goes aggressive. Or takes like a lot of damage when he's about to die. Like you did with the Ashe, which should not have been a bubble, but it's good that you did because you would have died otherwise, right? And I don't mean it should not be a bubble in the sense that you should not have used it. Yeah, you should have used it, but your Ashe should not have taken that much poke damage. Anywho, that's the Zarya thing. And then with Sigma, just try saving your shield a little bit. Remember, you're selfish. Sigma is selfish. You want to use your shield for yourself. It's not a team shield. You just want to use it yourself to get to like corners, block cooldowns. If you need to move, put the shield in front of where you need to go. It's not your team shield. You're not Reinhardt, you're not Orisa. Even if you were Reinhardt or Orisa, of course your team needs to use cover. But they are still team shield characters. Sigma is a selfish asshole. Anywho, let's take a moment and... Okay, look at that. I'm glad we did not leave earlier. Karsu, are you online? Do you want to try the Diva rock thing? We can do it real quick, I think. Updating. Should be pretty fast. If you are online. I don't know if I have your thing. Your Battle.net, sorry. Can you throw it to me on the chat? Or by DM? Whichever you prefer. Okay. Game is updating. We'll try that. Sorry, hiccup. Oh. Internet is not letting me because it's streaming. Yeah, it's probably just my internet that's just dropping every now and then. That happens. My internet is not great. It's okay, and it should be good in theory. It's just not. It's just not. That's it. It's just not. Let me turn my firewall off. See if it's maybe sad. Sometimes it's sad. Sometimes the game just goes, I'm not gonna let you do that because you got firewall on. So let's turn firewall off. Oh, it was actually the firewall, by the way. Now it just updated right away. So let's open the game and turn the firewall back on. In case you did not know, firewalls sometimes block Blizzard, apparently. Alright, Karsu, let's do this real quick. I'm gonna get this in a deathmatch server, probably. Do I have? I'll just do deathmatch. Reset. Deathmatch. And I'll do... that should be good enough.
Welcome to Hollywood.
We'll try it out. Just throw the bomb at me. Come on. Oh, that's not. That was a bad shield. That's not actually stop it. Try it again. I was not expecting it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it from my point of view because it will be on the stream. Where are you? Come on. Again, could not tell on that one.
All systems.
I hit it and it stopped, but it may have just stopped because of the movement. One more time. Last time, I promise.
Nerf this.
Barrier is unstable.
Mecha activated. I'm back. Nerf this.
Definitely does not.
The barracks. My barrier is
So, it does move it, but it does not stop it.
Firing up.
It's got like a slight movement to it. It doesn't just hard stop it though. Like, it boops it a little bit.
barrier no longer exists.
Like, if you...
Focus online. Now show them.
I'll just show you here. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't stop it, but it moves it slightly out of the way. And that's it. It doesn't just hard stop it though, yeah, that is correct. It doesn't hard stop it, but it does move it a little bit. Okay, that's gonna be the stream for today though. Thank you for coming everyone, I'll see you guys on Thursday.